Hey Zalivas, this is SuperZomGBBQ, and today is a special Mexican edition of Ring Domination, because whilst I have the preview up, because that's a little bit later on, not going to do that this week. It usually gets zilch views because everyone plays Ring Domination too much. They've started off with Ring Domination this week and a Ring Domination card, and that one actually is down there, right there. Alberto Del Rio, or as I've craftily named it, Alberto Del Ring Domination, ADRD, whatever. I'll probably get that trademarked or something, I don't know. Anyway, so basically, Alberto Del Ring Domination is going to come up, and that means, as you can see by the design, they've not added anything new. Which means that the next event is definitely going to be a Road to Glory, similar to what they've been saying last week, which is that they're going to start making Road to Glory the main event, and they'll switch it every so often. But at the moment, it seems that they're going to make Road to Glory the biggest event, because it doesn't stop people from getting the additional cards. They're okay with stopping people getting the first event card, but want people to be able to spend to go up higher to get to the next tier for PCC and Ring Domination, sorry, Road to Glory as well. So there's a couple of important things about this card, and that is that we do need to look at, and there are a couple of important stat points on it. As it goes, this is the card with the highest charisma stat. So that's where it is the best. It's the best card for charisma. However, this is important. I've just taken a couple of images from the previous Road to Glory event cards, not the PCC cards, because to take a PCC card, in my opinion anyway, I take a PCC card and Ryback cards are kind of specialists. The most important thing about this card before we get started is it tags finally with a left arrow. Now that's a good thing and a bad thing, because it does now mean that all the people who have got the best decks are going to have an incredible lineup, which is going to include a taggable male superstar as an event card that is actually a Sting killer, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. But he's not going to be used as that, because everyone's going to use him in a way that basically kills every other Alberto Del Rio there is. It's almost certain that people are going to use him that way. So basically, he is a taggable option. He is the taggable option that you're going to have access to if you can get this card. And it is going to be the most important card. And honestly, for Survivor tier or whatever the tier that's coming up, and they hinted at that, it was very well pointed out that it is a legendary Alberto Del Rio card. So I think they know that everyone is kind of getting onto them about the fact that this is going to be a new event. Basically, if you want to do well in Survivor tier, much like the Nikki Bella in the last one, you want to have this card, because even if you missed Undertaker or you missed Sting, this is going to be your opportunity to have a taggable option in King of the Rings, which is going to be very important going forward. Potentially with these team events as well, because I'm guessing these team events are going to require tag matches, which is probably going to be where you're going to be needing that taggable option. Hey, who knows, we can end up getting to 2 weeks' time when fusions could come out. And if you don't know what fusions are, go back into our previous videos, and it's basically the fusion chamber that is in this game right now, which you may or may not have access to, depending if you played Season 1. But basically, you get to fuse cards together and make more powerful cards in that tier. So, for example, a legendary card would kill a normal legendary card and be better than a legendary event card. That's what fusions are. But I wanted to do some comparisons for the Alberto Del Rio stats to show you just how good a card this is. Now, in terms of overall stats, it actually ties with Finn Balor, but I don't know how they're going to work out when it comes to proing it. With the power being its most dominant stat, 524 is going to be one that gets a boost, or it's going to be like Nikki Bella where there's not really a boost in any of the stats. It's just because it's overall. Who knows until we get to that point. So let's first of all look at Finn Balor's card. Finn Balor's card is way better in speed and better in toughness, but loses in power and charisma. That's going to be a very telling sign. A lot of people did use the toughness, so potentially you could make a Balor killer by making it power, toughness and charisma related, because the charisma is so much lower than the next lowest stat, if that makes any sense. The power's way higher. The speed he's never going to win in unless you make him the speed card, and the people who did make Ryback and Sting speed cards found out the hard way that's not the best way to actually put the card on there. The second one I wanted to show you is not that one, sorry, I almost got rid of the Alberto Del Rio card, is this one here, and that is Sting. Now, if you notice something, I will give you guys literally 2 seconds just to notice it. Yep, if you haven't noticed it already, Alberto Del Rio beats Sting in every single stat by 1 stat point. Which means if you level your Alberto Del Rio the same as a normal person would have leveled a Sting card, for example, or the average person did their Sting card, or if you got the Sting Pro, you level it the exact same way as the Sting card itself, it will be better in every single stat that you have it. Now that's perfect for a Sting Alberto Del Rio combination if you want that, but you're going to have to be very careful about how you level this card, because if you stack it up too much in power and charisma, you potentially are going to find yourself in a heap of trouble. At the moment, looking at the stats, me personally, for my deck, I'm probably going to go all out on power and charisma, add maybe 1 token to toughness and 1 token to speed, so I give myself a very nice power card, a very good charisma card, but also kind of give myself that little advantage if I was to face someone like, I don't know, with an Undertaker and a toughness Del Rio. Who knows? This is going to be very interesting, because this is going to be where the taggable option is going to be very important for the stats and how the leveling and the tokens are used. So so I'd say is use it wisely, but use it so it actually benefits your cards. Don't use it in a way that you just stick all in 1 stat, because you're going to end up coming out really short. It's going to be great to see some of the creations that are out there. Compared to the Undertaker, you can make actually a really, really good Del Rio card with an Undertaker tag. Basically because Del Rio sucks in toughness. It's a good way to have the power and the charisma side of it covered if you've got a toughness-led Undertaker card, and his speed isn't too bad either. I personally would have said that if Finn was a right arrow, he probably would have been the perfect taggable partner. But hey, that's just my opinion. But anyway, we're going to go on to some King of the Ring awards. I'm not going to show any gameplay today because I'm actually recording my WWE 2K16 video today. So I'm literally just going to remove these images off here. There we go. And I'm going to get to King of the Ring awards. So I was in a King of the Ring with 8 people, my biggest amount of people, as in real people, not bots, in a King of the Ring to date. So I'm just going to show you the contenders bracket. I was in all these people are real. You had Bales, Bobby, Jared, Rock, Sunny420, Paul Heyman Beast, and Flex Valentino, Team UK represent. And then you had us in the semi-finals. I beat Jared. It wasn't too hard. Pretty close game in a semi, 3-2. And Flex did the job on Sunny420. Me and Flex just fancied having a bit of banter and decided to go all out and to go all the way to the end. And I somehow, given that he won every game in the singles when he was energized, I somehow came away with the victory. This one probably is the one that won it for me. I got a proc with the Rock. And also used my support at the same time. I managed to get myself the win against the Ryback, against Ryback's 2 weakest stats, so that was quite incredible. Otherwise, you can see here, and I think that's the Rock that procs really with I think it comes with a double proc. So I've got 2, basically it comes with an increased proc rate. So it does also mean that I would have won that purely because of the charisma would have been just too high. There are advantages to doing the proc, but it's not something I recommend. Not until the latter tiers anyway. When the latter tiers come on, seeing as the proc or the ability rate seems to increase per tier, it would probably be a good idea to look at putting in the proc for things like Survivor and WrestleMania tier, if those exist, but who knows. So good game, Flex. Basically, he managed to get himself a Sheamus in his rewards. I'm going to claim my rewards now. Any pro is going to be good because it just fills up the catalogue, but at the moment I'd love a John Cena, a Randy Orton, or a Brock Lesnar, a Rock would be great. So we're going to see what we get now. I'm going to claim my rewards. It's going to be a legendary card and an epic card, and I hope I get something good. So let's get that, claim that reward. It's going to be an Edge. Okay. It's not a pro, but it is something. So hopefully I can get a pro from Sami and Ez Rusev as well. So I got myself an Edge. DT Breezy would be proud. If you haven't seen DT Breezy's deck, he has about 5 edges. So It's almost as bad as the guy who's got 5 John Cena pros. But that's going to be it from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you have an awesome day, awesome afternoon. Look forward to Alberto Del Ring Domination. We'll have a stream on Thursday. I will not be having a SuperCard video tomorrow in preparation for the stream. I'll actually be having a 2K16 and an NHL video as well. But I hope you enjoyed the 2K16 video that comes out to you. Please give it a chance at least if you're not into anything else other than WWE SuperCard. It's WWE. It's something I recommend you should watch. And most importantly, guys, Zolive!